We're back in the B-Bad Lounge. The show's over. Andy?
Hello, brother. How are you, mate? All right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a few people not turn up.
Yeah, we did, mate. Yeah. No, there's a few people who didn't turn up tonight, but on the whole, it's just another step forward to what we're trying to achieve, and we're trying to achieve basically no different than MMA. You know, when Cage Rage started off, they were in the same boat. They had nothing. We've got nothing as such. But the one thing we have got is plenty of art, and you know, we're absolutely determined to carry on going with what we're doing. At the moment, we've got some great fighters. You know, they're all dedicated. They're all hard fighters, and they're all hard men. You do occasionally get, you know, the novice fighters, obviously, with any sport. And because we're a new sport, we're trying our absolute hardest to work out who the novices are, who the main fighters are. So at the moment, we're trying to do, as such, a novice league, I suppose you could call it, or a league where they can basically, we can work out who's who. I'll never ever put a complete novice in. They must have experience, and then basically we build it from there. You know, we're trying to get it legalised. And that's the end of the end.
The main, I mean, although a lot of people didn't turn up tonight, the main thing was the belt. The belt was fought for.
Right, the UK belt tonight. Fantastic fight, and James Gypsy Boy McCory. He basically he won the UK title, and at the end of the day, he won the UK title. And if you don't agree and you think that you can take this off him, then you know. Basically, that's what the belt's there for. At the moment, we've got a definite fight on now for the belt. Basically, James Gypsy Boy McCory is he's fighting Danny Draper, unbelievable fighter. The man, you know, two terrific fighters. I cannot wait to see the outcome. I don't even know myself what the outcome's going to be.
Talking of Danny,
and is that
this right now? Danny, as soon as that fight was over, you set the challenge.
I did, yeah. I was refereed that match, and I know that there's a bout now up for grabs in February, and me and Andy Topliffe joined forces to hopefully put on a good show in Coventry, and hopefully we'll have a few more fights before that, and the main fight being mine and Jamie's for the bout,
which will be in February.
Yeah, well, basically it's going to be in February. What we've decided to do, I've known Danny a long time, and as a fighter, I completely respect the man. You know, I respect him as a fighter and everything. The other thing what Danny's very good at is he's a very good promoter as well. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, it's a bit unusual, but we're actually going to be doing a show in February, linked forces with Danny and myself and B-Bad, and Draper Promotions, B-Bad Promotions. We're going to get together and we're going to do a terrific show that all the public can go and watch. You know, the one thing what we're doing, we're not making this underground. We're trying our hardest to get this into mainstream so public can come and watch and make their own mind up, really. And without people like Danny and his father and, you know, myself and other people, it's not right.
Ian, obviously you're Danny's dad. How do you feel about him fighting BKB? Is it something?
No, I mean, something he loves. I mean, something he wants to prove himself at. So he's given the man a challenge tonight. So now he's got something to focus himself for his training. He likes to keep, you know, he's got that now in his head, and he's got to really get himself proper fit for this fight.
Yeah.
So James has got to know that he's going to be fighting a proper man in February. So you know, it's going to be a real good fight.
Will you constantly think now when you're training of this guy you're going to fight? Is that how it
I wouldn't say I'll constantly be thinking of this guy. Obviously, of course, the fight's been filmed, and obviously I'll go through that and pick his weaknesses, his strengths, and see where I'm work on from that. Obviously, the fight didn't last that long, so I haven't got much to go on, and I'll obviously look into his history, see what he's done before. And a lot of my training is a very sort of old school training, not sort of any new stuff. It's sort of training with club bows, a lot of sparring, a lot of not so much boxing training, because I don't believe boxing is so much good for BKB. More with just sort of MMA side of gloves, stuff like that, sparring, that sort of thing.
So, I mean, a lot of the experienced BKB fighters I see, a lot of them seem to prefer to go for the body as opposed to punching to the head.
I don't know if you agree, Danny. The thing is with BKB, you'll end up with knuckles like them, basically, if you don't go for the body. any man, don't matter who you are, you can be the toughest man since sliced bread. If you constantly go for headshots, you can only do it for a certain amount of time. You know, the skull is a well-known fact. It's there to protect your brain. It's one of the most hardest things there is. If you constantly go for a head, which you have to obviously go for it,
Yeah.
but you'll actually end up hurting your own knuckles more. So you have to go for the.
The thing with a body shot, Andy, is that a body shot takes so much longer to recover from.
That's right.
If you catch someone properly in the body,
Yeah.
catch someone in the head, you're like 10-15 seconds, you can probably, maybe your head are clear. You catch someone in the body properly,
Yes.
it's going to take like 30 seconds a minute, and you're going to get carried out.
So
You're in that much pain, and you're going to get carried out.
So you agree with what I said?
It's a good shot. You've got to think about it. Yeah.
And are you making that comment just on what you've seen this evening between Dave Radford and
obviously I've been looking at a lot of, and I've spoke to Paddy as well, who insists that he used to go for the body as well, you know. So I'm talking from videos I've seen and experienced.
You wouldn't think it, but a body shot takes so much longer than a headshot to recover from.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about a body shot. You're going to think about it.
Or the floating rib, you know, you're absolutely you're done. You can't recover from. You can't recover from in 10 seconds. You can't recover in 10-20 seconds. But maybe a headshot, you can recover. You can bring yourself back round.
Mostly it looks terrible, doesn't it? It kind of looks really bad, but it's a very lot of superficial. So it's a lot of cuts. It's a lot of.
Is really crippling. Yeah. You know, you can't recover from this.
No.
So it's probably, if you think about it, as.
So that would be a lot of training. Would be like when you're working the bags and stuff like that. You'd be sort of punching for this.
Yeah, you got to go more for routine, ain't you? You got to go for the body shot. Wind him, and then go for a knockout, and then go for the face, go for the temples, the jaw, you know, vibrate the brain.
Yeah. All right, well, I know you guys have got a long journey ahead of you, and you've got to go. But can we just have one last word from you, Andy, on our tonight when our people can get tickets for the next show? And
yeah, basically.
Is Hawkins booked for the next show?
Right. This is basically how it's happening. I'm speaking to Ian Hawkins at the moment. We're in talks with him. The actual defender at the moment, for the UK belt, is actually at the moment Danny Draper, right, against.
These guys are a lot lighter than Ian, obviously.
James Gypsy McCoy, Gypsy Boy McCory. Yeah. Now, Ian Hawkins, we've actually got a fighter at the moment for Ian Hawkins, same weight, and he'll actually be fighting for the Shield. He'll be fighting for the League Shield. No doubt, you know, if Ian still wants to pop up the title and he wants to pop up the UK title, you know. But really, it's up to either Danny or James, whoever wins out.
Yeah.
You know, my job is basically to get a fighter for them.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people saying you've got to fight him.
No.
It's up to this man here. If he says I'll fight him.
If you won the belt, Danny, would you consider Ian Hawkins? Because he's obviously probably
To be honest with you, I don't actually know who Ian Hawkins is. But obviously, that's something we'll come to. I mean, that's nothing that even crossed my mind at the moment.
No, obviously you want to think about the next fight first. Yeah, guys. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you. And Andy, of course.
God bless you, mate.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. And thanks to CA UK for filming us. Be back.